Part 2 of this series on the Moordenaarskloof Pass covers the final 2 kilometers. If you intend driving this pass, it's important to watch Part 1 first, which contains important information relating to history, tourism, safety and technical matters. To recap on the story of the murder in the kloof, Goodrick and one of his Khoi servants ran to the farm kraal, where they found their horses cowering in a corner and the ghost of a tall farmer holding an elephant gun appearing before them, with a band of armed Khoi men with knives and assegais approaching the farmer. In this vision, which both men witnessed, the farmer stumbled and the Khois attacked him, smearing themselves with his blood, whereafter the noises stopped and the spirits vanished. After uncovering the story, and not surprisingly, Goodrick moved on and left the farm. As you leave the pass, you might notice the so-called spoorklippe, or guardians of the kloof. These are 2 pillars of stone rumoured to have been female slaves who turned away from the site of Prinsloo's execution. When they finally stole a look at the spectacle, they were turned to stone in a copycat local version of Sodom and Gomorrah. When you reach the final fork just before the river crossing, turn sharp right and see if you can find the ruins of Prinsloo's old house. The ruins are in dense bush and quite difficult to locate, but they are about 1 kilometer from this intersection and quite close to the river. Another half a kilometer down this road, there are grave sites of British soldiers who died during the Anglo-Boer War. The little valley is surrounded by steep cliffs, and the clear river flows by, forming a beautiful landscape. A far cry from the turbulent history that played itself out here hundreds of years ago. Going even further back into history, Isaac Shrivers' expedition of 1689 was the first European expedition into the area. Hunters, botanists and explorers followed after him. In 1740, the first European settlers appeared. From there, small communities, farms and homesteads sprung up in the area and are in use till this day. The area is surrounded with high red-coloured sandstone mountains, green hills and valleys, and was once said to be the home of scores of renegade men who preferred the solitude of the wilderness and wanted nothing to do with government, law, religion or restraints of society. Towards the end of the pass, you'll see signs announcing that you're arrived at the Shrivers guest farm. This is an unspoiled private guest farm that's situated next to the familiar Nooitgedacht farm. The Shrivers main homestead is situated near a typical farming community. This area was once the home to the Khoisan people. Their drawings can still be seen on some of the walls in the rock shelters. Many of the place names in the area are derived from Khoisan names, which are still in use today. If you want to use the beautiful campsites and cottage at the crossing of the Koga River, you need to get permission from the Shrivers guest farm. Once you've reached the end of the pass, you now have the option of retracing your route back to the Koga River Pass, or if you're a navigation expert and don't mind risking a very long drive, as well as the possibility of coming across locked farm gates, you can follow our directions to approach from the north, but remember to invert them. Once you reconnect with the main gravel road, you can head up towards Moordenaarskloof, the Baviaans Lodge and the Baviaans Koga 4x4 trail.